All right. Hi, this is Atticus, and welcome to Manor Lords. We are playing the 0.8.035 experimental branch version. And we have started out, as if you've followed along, we started out up here on the top of the mountain on the Devil's Hill map with no supplies in the dead of winter. And we managed to survive. And we've made a few mistakes. Two big ones I talked about at the end of the last episode. One was not setting up a trade to import some tools to maintain a set of tools so that we could maintain our goods, and that actually hurt us. That actually killed off two families. That may sound strange if you haven't didn't see the episode, but what happened was we were moving our woodcutter lodge. We couldn't move it over. We needed a tool to move it, and we couldn't get any wood, and we actually had two families. It's kind of families go together. So, but two families froze to death, and not good, not good. But we talked about the importance of having a setup like this, like Forester hut, woodcutter, and charcoal kiln, so that you have a constant supply of timber. It's kind of ironic. Our area has tons of heavy woods. I mean, very heavy woods on this mountaintop, and we couldn't get any wood because we cut it all down here, and we just couldn't get any. So, lesson learned. Two lessons learned right there. Make sure you get that going, and then the economic engine. So what we're going to do this episode is fix that. We're going to get our economic engine going. We're going to get this other little community going over here, and make sure that we really are getting a lot of the berries. And our food situation is, much better now because we've got some carrots. We've got some other things. And then the other thing we want to do is, as we get, we want to get that everything stabilized, but mainly we really wanted the economic engine, which if I could do this again, and I can, and I probably will, maybe or maybe not in a video, you tell me in the comments if I should do another one. But we would absolutely focus on getting that economic engine truly rocking and rolling. So I think to that end, one of the things I'd like to do is get this salt going. We've got this beautiful resource here, and we're not taking advantage of it at all. And that's kind of criminal, really. And I can't help but do this. Have to circle it. And let's go out like this. We're already there. Okay, good. So this is going to be a salt mine. And the salt is something we can export. We can also start once we get our regional wealth straightened out. It should be much better than this right now. But once we get that straightened out, we'll it's early morning. I just got up a little bit ago. I haven't even had a full cup of coffee, and I'm not sure what I was talking about. Well. All right. I know. Many times I don't know what I'm talking about, but I mean, literally, I don't know what I was going to say. Okay. Oh, well, one thing, we want to get the salt, and then we're going to set up pork. We're going to set up some pannage because we're going to look at the affinity system a little bit. Look at our environment. Now, our environment is heavily woodland, and right here, we get a 73% chance of extra yield from pigs. So if we set up some pigs and a butcher shop, and we have that salt there, we can make meat, and that is a tremendous food source. That it takes one pork basically and turns it into two sausages. So you got two meat for each one you get, and we've got the woodland effect because of our region. We have 73% chance of getting an extra yield from the pig. So the three pigs will be almost like having four. You get, if you have three in a backyard extension, it's almost like having four. So you're like, it's almost a third better uh, 33% better production of the pigs. And then, of course, when you have the butcher, that makes it even more because you're doubling up on what you make. This also says that our animals, berries, and mushrooms will grow faster, so we get a replenishment on the animals. And then keep in mind that one animal thing is the only thing been feeding us. The only thing kept us alive at the beginning were the animals. And then what we got here? Henry yields increase. Now, let's see, what do we got here? Not a lot of pollination. The farming is not as great up here as you would expect on a mountaintop with a lot of woods. We haven't done any farmland. We don't really have anything urban here because we haven't built up our city far enough yet. All right. Now, the other thing about our engine is we can get to level 2 on more of these and start collecting some money. Level 2 cottages will pay us a coin each a month, I believe it is. And I'm sorry, I hate to say I believe it is. I like to know. So if somebody put in the comments, confirm if that's right or wrong or indifferent. And why aren't I running this? Okay. So I think the thing to do right now is just sit and watch for a minute. Here we go. Have you work on that area. And then I'm going to have I'm going to turn this down one. Turn to people. And work on you. So basically what I'm doing is setting up the forester shop to replenish woods for this so this can keep going. Then we're going to want to start turning that into charcoal, which is a doubling up effect. So you get one wood, you turn it into 2 charcoal. Now you've got each timber you cut down is now 2 fuel instead of 1. Plus that's one of the things we're trying to sell. So if we can get that going, that will actually fund a lot of the other things we want to do. Notice we have 5 spears. We started buying spears 5 at a time. And the idea is we would have enough to outfit a full militia, plus we'll have 5 in reserve in case we take some losses in battle. And really, we're housed right now, so I want to set that as a high priority. Make sure we get at least a couple of these houses built as quickly as we can. And I can't really spare anybody. Okay, so now we have some head count. We have the ability to bring on some more people. I'm going to put a well right there. That's a logical place for one. And do we have horses? We have 1 horse here. We could get another one. We can afford it. Let's get another one. And let's take... we should have a stable here with at the trading post. So we'll build a hitching post and then upgrade it. Okay, charcoal, we have 0. Put somebody else in the charcoal. Oh, look at this. We can't keep up with these berries. partially because the families that work there are inefficient because they live so far away. They're not horrible, but they're definitely not as efficient as they could be. All right, good. We have this. Hunting camp is full. Growth rate is 1. Let's put another one in here. Our next family that comes in will continue with the building process. Now, put in the comments how you handle things like, for example, the hunting camp is down here. Where would you place your hunting? Would you put it right next to, very close to the hunting area? Or would you tend to move it up this way or what? Where would you put your storage? Would you have a special storage here just for that? I mean, how would you handle that? And we got to get enough money to open this business. We could turn our whole economy around if we just start selling those small shields. Because we took our one joiner shop here and converted it to the small shields. And let's get our burgage plots. Let's start upgrading. And let's set this limit. Got them limited to 50. Let's set it to 100. Our apple trees. Folks farming. See, we can't even fill this up. Got all these berries out here, just very inefficient. We almost need housing right here for the berry pickers. And then when they're not picking berries, they could start building for us. Okay, we're starting to see a little bit of money, and let's just double check how much do we need for those shields. We need 240 to open that route, so that'll be our next money goal, is to open that route. That'll change our finances a lot. And just starting to have some coal again. There we go. Having some charcoal. Okay, we crashed again. So I have to see. Look, we crashed and had to go back to the point where we didn't have this set up. So got to do some stuff over. Really like to get the storage on these farmhouses built up. I'm thinking of them as farmhouses. Technically, there's a building called a farmhouse you use for real farming, but these veggie and fruit farms are really our farms. And they really are farmhouses. See some strange routing being taken, logs being taken down through there like that. Maybe this road will help with that. We'll try to get in the habit of saving more often. Now, see, we're getting all of our accesses just fine. We're just waiting on planks now. I think it would be good. Well, let's do this. How many oxen do we have? 2 in that stable. Let's build another. Right there, and let's order another oxen. Even though they're right across from the logging, you have to have an ox to move the log from here to there for the saw pit to work. Starting to get a little bit of money. Now, I don't remember if I said this pre or post crash or what. So forgive me if I repeat myself occasionally. We need 240. So our next goal is to get 240 to open up our small shields trade. want to upgrade the farming plots because they that gives them additional storage. See this one here has 75 storage, and this guy here, now we can't see it, but your basic storage in a regular one is 25. So you need that extra storage so that you can harvest more efficiently and not be held up by whether or not your granary can come and get your goods. And we'll add another person in the granary while we're thinking of it. Oh yeah, we had built. Have to do this again. There actually is some fertility here. We could do a little bit of farming here. There we go. Now we have some money. Trade, weapons, small shields, open the trade route. Those are worth 8 apiece. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to pause for just a second and bask in our accomplishment. We're now a large village, and let's just see what's going on there. There we go. Now we making some money on this with just one big trade, I think. And we're starting to make money on our charcoal again. Beautiful. This is all time. Let's look in like the last 30 days. Yeah, so there you go. There we go. Now we have a little engine running. Look at that, how much different life is. There's so much stuff we could do here. And we could also expand and get another territory going, which I think would be good and give us something to do, so to speak. I would like to get a couple more farms. I'd like to have a couple more fruit farms or orchards, however you want to put it. Let's line one up right here. They are 4 and 2, 4 and 3. What are they? 4 and 2. We could put a 4 across here and a 2 down on the bottom kind of thing, or we could put 4 across here. Well, let's do it across here. And when I'm saying 4 and 2, starting to remind me of Railway Empire. I haven't started to get my own lingo. I'm talking about the number of pits we use. So, if we think of it as here, here, pull the road across like that. And then our 2 would be here and here. Put little marks for the road. And then our road would be from here to here. And from here to here. There we go. Try that one again. Oh, I lost my mark. But it's okay. It's about. That'll do. Now, I think these guys, we go. Put the snap back on. We go just the small one and go up as far as we can go, and then across like that. And oh, that'll do nicely. That's a beauty. Okay. And we're going to start getting the salt going. Wow. Very unproductive. Oh, not enough timber. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, why don't we do another timber cutting area? He said. Where do these people live? Horrible. That's horrible. Okay. I think we need to do now. This is another question for you. How do you guys do your housing? Do you just let it go where it goes? It really matters, I think, where they live. You've got to live close to where you work. And that could be very meticulous, but I think it could make all the difference in the world. Like these guys should live right here. Yeah, or worst case, maybe over here. but they should not live out here. Which also is the case for just keeping your whole build very compact, but that's not always easy to do. How are we going to do this? I think what I'm going to do is take everybody off the logging camp. That's our first holdup, is getting logs. And then this family right here, they're a forester. That's okay. That's a good job for them. We want these people. I think these people right here. Now this is our joiner, but we want these people right here to work here, here, and here. So that's three. About 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, and we've got 5. Maybe this one here. What do you guys do? Their foresters way out there, and that's probably because we moved their residence. So I'm going to move them to I'm going to hit the wrong button. I'm going to reassign them to here. I don't even know which one we were looking at. All right, you. What are you? They're foresters. There, that's perfect. Yeah, we saw that one already. This one, they're carpenters. Good. Charcoal burner. They probably got moved out there. We're going to reassign them. Sorry. Charcoal burner. We're going to reassign them. I'm hitting the wrong button, aren't I? Reassign them to here. And we need one more. And these guys are carpenters. That's good. And this family's hunters. That's fine too. That's right out there. Huh. How many we got? We got 2. And I'd like to have somebody else. You're a granary worker. We're going to reassign them to work over here. Now, I really goofed right here. I meant to have a road like through here. So this one's going to have to walk around like that, but that's not bad. That's a decent little walk. And we could even think about building some more housing for this, specific for this work. But that should help with this. I would think. Actually, wouldn't mind another ox. All right, Fairland's starting to look a little nicer. Nicer homes, a little bit of food. Plenty of firewood. We're not burning nearly enough charcoal. We're not making enough charcoal, rather. We're getting plenty of firewood now. Isn't it amazing the difference in just having the trees to cut down? Oh, they live way downtown. See, that's wrong. I mean, we built these houses here specifically so they wouldn't have quite so far to walk. All right, we have an engine now. That's good. We're starting. We should be getting some salt now. Yeah, we are getting a little bit. And we could set up. I think we're going to make this guy a butcher. And then we're going to have some pig farms. Well, got to have more. Got to get this sawmill going. What's holding you up? Yeah, we just can't do the timber fast enough. Well, do more timber. We got this going. Let's get a second logging camp. Even if it's off in the distance, I mean, that's still better than not having it. Again, what do y'all do? How do you organize this? Let's put a sawmill down here, or a logging camp. And a couple people working on that. Okay, you are going to become a butcher's workshop. Ooh, let's put Dude, we're just growing, growing, growing. I'm turned into a more guy here, haven't I? Okay, we want him to make sausages. One salt, one pork, two sausages.
Who's using the organ? I need to drill holes for the pegs.
We're going to start putting in some animal pens.
Firewood, firewood.
And I think we could use a livestock trading post. I think it would allow us to buy this stuff. And we need, and I think actually to make this truly efficient out here, I believe we need a warehouse, a storehouse with this setup. Now look at this, we're starting to cut all this down. Which tells me that this one forester can't keep up with this. So the one we moved away, I'm going to put one back. Okay, we're getting enough money. Let's think about it. We need to upgrade our church. We need some dressed stone, some mortar, and some roof tiles. Now we have a little clay right here. We could dig up the clay, make up our own roof tiles. I think given the resource constraints and everything else, what I prefer to do is buy 10 roof tiles. And we'll have to open the trade route to do that. So we'll keep some roof tiles on hand here in this city. This village. And dressed stone, we're going to have to buy it for now. So trade, import, $20 dressed stone. We have to think about what all do we need? We need an inn. We need a better church, and we need clothing. Now we're at elevation. See, we're at high elevation, so we don't want to be doing sheep up here. So we're going to expand. I think we're going to. Let's see. Okay, this livestock trading post. I would like to have a total of 6 of these guys. I'd like to have a total of 2 of these guys. We won't do sheep and lambs up here in this elevation. So we'll get one guy here. All right. Pigs, pigs, pigs. Okay, we don't have, obviously don't have pigs yet. We do have some here. Do we? Yeah. That's a little tricky to read. Okay, we have pigs there. And I'd like to have a few more, maybe back here. And nobody even lives here yet. That's okay. The pigs are nice and are a passive thing. So these people can work at whatever job they work at, and we just get kind of automatically get the pigs as a side benefit. We'll do these guys right here. There we go. And we wanted an orchard down here. Yeah, we're starting to get some pigs. Okay. Looking for level 1 houses. Here we go. There. Now you see we're starting to get some sausages. Getting pork and sausages. And there we go. Starting to bring in the pork. Get the salt, make the sausages. And let's go to our granary. Have some people working in it. Our storehouse. Oh, we need mortar. Forgot mortar. Trade. Import. This is a minor, so we don't have to have the trade route. A minor trade route. A minor trade, so we don't have to have a trade route per se. So we'll get some mortar, and then we can upgrade our church. That'll help all these level 2s. And the animal produce, I think, well, and fruits. Speaking of, oh, just did a save, good. Our fruits here, this is going to be pears. And we'd like to have one doing quince. Quince, however you say that. This looks like a likely spot. Let's see if we could just eyeball one. If we go right here, go up that way. Okay, that wasn't right. I think this is. I'm not sure. Trying to just do this by just eyeing it. Let's make this more narrow. That'll do. Okay, berries, sausages, small game, carrots, cabbages, beetroots. Yes, everybody's unhappy yet. We're still growing, so. Quinces. All right, let's upgrade our church. Once we have somebody move into town, they can work on that. I think we said. Oh, we do have a little market here. Yeah, I keep doing that. I keep opening that up. Nobody lives there. Okay, we could be going out killing bandits and getting some more treasury. Oh, we haven't even built a manor. Okay, how do we want to build a manor? Where do we want it? I mean, there's lots of places. It would be cool to have it like looking over the valley, right? You could also have it here guarding the route to the trade post. Up here, I mean, you could put it anywhere. I think I'd like to have it where it's relatively easy to build. Let's just put it right here. Let's just put our manor right here. We want the garrison tower so we can have a bigger retinue. And some outer towers. Let's just put like here and here, and then we'll do something like that. I think you can see how if you wanted to really get into it, you could make a pretty cool looking little thing here, but we'll just make a little castle like this. And have roads. Around it. And we'll close that. Now it'll build the manor, and the rest of it we'll just have to accumulate some more materials. And it's probably time for us to wrap up right there. So we didn't even bother to build our manor. We could have built a manor like way long time ago, but no matter. So we need probably even more foresters here. And we also we could export salt very easily. Salt export. Set up a trade route for it, and we'll export if over 20. Okay, we're starting to be a well-supplied place, and this is that's year 5. Wow, I didn't realize we played that long. Well, that's okay. Not a race. All right, so what did we do? We did some things right, even though we're buying some expensive stuff to like do to upgrade the church and what have you. Our regional wealth is starting to look like, it's starting to look okay. Over the last year, we're making money in spite of buying expensive stone and buying mortar and buying more animals and roof tiles and all that stuff. So our economy is reasonably solid now. We're getting to be pretty good size. We're up to a large village, and we've got to now meet the challenges of clothing and beverages. And I could take a quick look at barley. See, we built right through our best farming. We could actually do some barley. We could do barley all through here. Actually, that's what we'll do. We'll just have, I said we weren't farmed, but why not? We'll just do barley farms and make ale. And that'll make it easy for us to have a tavern to give people entertainment. And then maybe we could, who knows, if we make enough of it, we'll export some more. Yeah, our town is right right in one of the best spots, but we got a beautiful spot out here. We could just do barley farming out here. So we'll get into that next episode, and we'll get into maybe expanding and opening up a new territory and doing some trade between the cities or between the villages and that kind of stuff. So I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you saw something that'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join us for our next Manor Lords video. Thank you.